Myri. This episode is called Why Everybody Wanna Beef with Drake. Bless up, old man John Crow. What you saying? Seen you from early. But yeah, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But recent news, right? Pressa, 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 right? Popular hip hop artist or rapper from Toronto released a new album, Press Machine 2, right? He had a party, I guess, a release party in LA. Um, this album he's been working on for a good while. At the same time, Drake's working on his Iceman album still. It should be coming out probably in the new year. But Pressa released a new album recently, and Drake basically co-signed it and probably posted it in his stories, commented. And another associate with Drake, top five, popular top five online influencer. Um, he was a rapper. I don't know if he's doing that anymore, but he's not happy with the sixth god, right? He ain't happy with the sixth god, top five. He's a character out there. He's making noise once again, and in return, he posted a pic of Kendrick Lamar. Right? It probably has a lot of people in an uproar. It got some people confused, probably, especially in America. But we know what he's doing. This is whatever the bait, right? The bait he's putting out there. He has a beef with Pressa and Pressa's people. They were friends for a good time, and now they're not friends. They're both associated with Drake in some way. Drake supports both parties. But now, top five, not just beefing with Pressa, he's like, people are saying that he's beefing with Drake, but this could all be show too. This all could be a show, but he's now beefing with Drake. I don't know if he's really beefing with Drake or he just doesn't like that he saw the picture with his ops. Drake co-signing his ops, that is Pressa. Now, everybody is realizing, especially from the beginning of this whole beef, is if you beef with Drake, you're gonna get more views, you're gonna get more numbers. Even us, the content makers, we know that. But now, people who are close to Drake, actually been around Drake, right? They've been beefing for a while, but top five is not letting it go of the beef with Pressa. And on top of that, he's calling out Drake. And a lot of people in Toronto are probably, man, it's too, all the blogs are reporting it. Everybody's talking about it. I could only imagine how they are coming down on top five, basically telling Drake, we told you so, right? We told you so. Um, Top five had beef with the weekend. Uh, People call top five Drake shooter. Um, Drake's bigging him up all the time. So now top five said, "Yo, let me beef with Drake in a way subliminally, putting out top five's pitch. Kendrick Lamar's picture, right? Because he put out a picture. Drake put out a picture of the album of Pressas, right? So this is an online beef. I don't know if this is gonna go to the streets locally or anything like that, but it's online. Pressa's, maybe he's not even in Toronto. He's probably in LA right now with his brother and the rest of them. He just had a release party the other day. I think it was Friday. The other day, Friday or Saturday, he had a release party for his album Press Machine 2. So, what is this doing for the scene once again? Nothing. It's making Toronto look crazy, like it or not. It's making Toronto look even more crazy, right? Because top five was, calling out Kendrick Lamar, going to Kendrick Lamar's hotel, saying that he's with Drake and all this stuff. And now you see this twist that he's calling out. Drake, because there's a diss song. I haven't heard the album, Pressa's new album, but there's a diss song that Top 5 claims is on Press Machine 2. And he's saying, yo, why you co-signing that, Drake? Why you co-signing it? A lot of people been coming at Drake. Not too long ago, other local rapper named John Cabango, he responded to Drake in the comments on a Instagram podcast page, and um, yeah, Drake responded to these. It was two individuals in a post, right? Some nonsense shit. Someone brought up that Drake was a nobody, or back in the days when he first started off, no one really gave him no respect. And then Drake replied, and then this rapper John Cabango was defending his friend, who's a producer, in the comments, and basically later on replied with a diss track to Drake. But that diss track never really took off. It didn't go viral. No other platforms was posting it, talking about it. Only like I only seen one platform, the same platform that the comment was on. That's the only platform I've seen anything regarding the beef or the track, what the guy John Cabango came up with. And he said it wasn't a diss track, but it's a diss track. It was a reply to Drake, right? But now, other Toronto rapper that is viral all the time, he basically, I don't know if he's seen that, right? And he's using that formula, which he has his own formula, but he's calling out Drake for supporting Pressa, right? So this is giving him attention all over America. It's on a lot of these American blogs everywhere. So he's getting attention. The only thing though, is this helping his music catalog? Or yo, Top 5, you should be dropping music, because Pressa already done come out with a diss song for you. Pressa and his brother done come out with diss songs for you. Diss songs. So you, Top 5, need to go in the studio and make some music. Not all this internet shit and this streaming shit. Now is the time. It's the time. You gotta come out with some music. Stop this just online comment shit. Pressa came out with a diss track. His brother came out with a diss track. No reply. No reply. But a picture of Pressa's album comes out and there's a reply now. Now there's a reply. They done this songs like maybe 3 months ago. Pressa and his brother dropped their diss songs 3 months ago. Pressa's song wasn't that big, but his brother's was. Right? Bundog dropped something. No reply. So where's the music? You guys supposed to be in the music industry. Well, Pressa's doing it, his brother's doing it. Top 5 is supposed to be in the music industry unless he retired as a rapper. But no one wants to just hear about see online comments. They want to hear the music now. Because Pressa done dropped an album, like it or not. He just dropped an album. He's getting listens. And this is promoting Pressa. Now, what is it benefiting Top 5? Maybe he just wants a viral attention. But Pressa now is not just getting viral attention, it's getting his album attention. So this is like a rollout. You're giving him a promo with Drake. Drake already co-signed him to give him the promo, and now you're continuing it by beefing with Pressa. Now people are going to check out who Pressa is. It's brought spotlight to Pressa. This is chess. Who wins? You know who's winning? Pressa's winning, because he got Drake, who responded and co-signed his new music, and then you respond to Drake and Pressa. So he got two people in the algorithm with him. It's helping Pressa. Trust me, it is helping Pressa more than anybody, right? This is pre-promo probably for Drake too, the Iceman. Now, will Drake have a Pressa feature officially on the Iceman? They say National Treasure is a track that supposedly or should be on the Iceman, but it got leaked. It got leaked. Either way, Pressa uh, is in a good relationship with Drake, and Top Five don't like that. He says he could be friends with him, but he's saying, why are you posting the man's album that has a diss track for him? So that means he must have checked out that album. He must have got an early listen to Pressa's album, right? I haven't listened to it straight up right now, but I will take a listen to Pressa's Press Machine too. But either way, this is giving Drake and Pressa it's giving everybody attention. It's giving everybody attention. The only and it's giving Pressa the attention for his views and his streams. It's giving Drake attention because he's there again, and he doesn't really care who's mad at him. But the only thing what is hurting right now is hurting Toronto. It's hurting the other people in the city. It's making it's making Toronto look crazy, right? Remember, I said this before. The key to this whole thing is unity. Instead of putting that negative energy out there, imagine if Pressa and Top Five was together again. But they were together for a long time. But now this is a beef. Imagine if there was more rappers who claim they got beef in the city came together to do some music together. And I think Drake was promoting that. If you guys come together, Drake was promoting this. If you guys come together and do music, yo, you're gonna get the real good attention. Maybe more positive than negative. Because right now, others just people are just saying that Pressa and Top Five they have beef and how this is gonna make the streets hot and all this bullshit. And Drake, which side does he choose? Who is he more friends with? Is he gonna backstab Top Five? Is he gonna backstab Pressa? They were talking about Pressa and Bundog the other day for chilling with the OV EXO camp with Weekend when they're not in the country, but I think somewhere in the Middle East, right? People was criticizing um, Pressa, and it was Top Five. He was criticizing Pressa for chilling with the so-called ops, and basically making spotlighting that for Drake, spotlighting that for Drake. So this is the big news. This is all over. It's funny. It's not just Toronto platforms talking about it. I'm talking about it right now. People jump on it soon as it happened. I don't do that. They jumped on it soon as it happened, right? Um, I would say peace. Try to make peace because a lot of people, right, they benefit off of the beef. Like I said, that's what gets the views. Trust me. I guarantee, even after this, the beef talk, right? It's like a soap opera. That gets the views, right? Everybody want to beef with Drake. That's the blueprint, right? A lot of people done it in America. So now Top Five saying, you know what? Who's beefing with Drake from Toronto? We know Drake has haters in the city. One guy tried not too long ago to do a diss track to Drake. That didn't really work. But now Top Five now just does some comments and shit. Other people, a lot of people are reacting. Drake probably sees it. He sees it, guaranteed. Will he respond? Will he respond the same way how he been responding to comments in on Instagram pages? Will he respond to Top Five? I don't think so. I don't think so. Right? Because he probably has a little bit respect for Top Five. So he's not going to respond in a disrespectful way. It'll be behind the scenes, probably. It won't be on IG. It won't be on YouTube or anything like that. But I know that Top Five wishes that Drake would respond publicly because that would just make him get more attention. So now you got like No Jumper with Adam 22 eating this up because he met Top Five and he knows about Drake. And they're probably in the West Coast talking what's going on in Toronto that, yo, Drake and his shooter are beefing. That's what's cooking up. They're saying Drake and his shooter are beefing right now. in America. They're eating it up. I know Toronto, of course, they were going to say that we love the beef. You could call it a beef factory in Toronto. We love the beef, right? So that's cooking. That'll be cooking for a long time until Top Five goes back on the internet and says, "Yo, he was just kidding. It's all love with Champagne Pappy. It's all cool and everything." He done this before, man. He said certain things to certain people, and then all of a sudden they're all cool again. He's done this before, but he really doesn't like Pressa. He really dislikes Pressa, right? He doesn't like Pressa one bit. Something happened, or maybe he never liked Pressa. Even when we thought that they were cool, they never liked each other, right? So everybody wants the beef with Drake. What does it do? Gets them more views. If you have music, it's going to get you more listens. Guaranteed Pressa, because he's associated with Drake, like it or not, even if you don't really listen to his music, now people are checking out Pressa's new album, right? Uh, Top Five, he just gave Pressa some promo for his latest album. Now people are gonna listen to Pressa's album. They might listen to you, but they're gonna listen to the new album, what Pressa's saying. And he claims there's a diss track directed to him. So a lot of people are gonna go listen to that diss track. They're gonna now that diss track, if there is a diss track on there, now that's gonna get attention. Now that's gonna get views because Drake is cool with Pressa. All this stuff is happening right before 50 Cent is supposed to come to Toronto. And he's cool with Pressa and Drake. Very cool. And I think he's kind of cool with Top Five, like it or not. So when 50 comes, how is this going to work? Like if there's an event, right? Are they all going to be there? Or some people might be there because guaranteed when 50 comes to Toronto, which I think is this weekend, right? He's gonna meet up with Drake. He wants to meet up with Drake most of the time, or Pressa, someone from Toronto, or maybe Top Five might beat everybody to it like he has done before, right? Bless up. So let's see. GGG. Yep. Right now he's playing chess. Top Five. He's kind of winning right now. He's winning with the attention right now, but he's kind of giving that energy to Pressa. It's kind of helping promote him in a way. You get what I mean? If the album wasn't out or coming out, then that's something else. But because Pressa is out with an album, or he came out with an album, that helps him. Should have done it kind of before, or even well, he did, but not when this man has an album out because it's helping him. If that's your ops, he shouldn't even be talking about. Like everybody knows he doesn't like Pressa now, but that's helping Pressa. People are gonna, even if they don't like Pressa, they're gonna check out Pressa, right? And now Drake, does this help Drake? Yes, in a way, because it makes him relevant. This is posted all through the net on many platforms. People are talking about it. Yes, this does give Drake attention for his Iceman album that's probably coming out in the new year, right? Top Five should come out with some music right now. He has more of a story than ever. What happened to him in UK, getting off the charges and meeting up with Kanye West. Who else did he meet up with? I think Aiden Ross and all them guys. He met the top people, right? So far, I think even maybe academics, but Adam 22. If anybody has met big influencers in America, the most is Top Five. I'm going to say it again. Um, Kanye West, I think it was Aiden Ross. He's good with academics. He met Adam 22 in the flesh. In the flesh. So he met some of the top content makers that talk about urban music, right? I swear he met. Did he go? Did he meet academics? I'm sure he met academics, right? He don't like WAC 100, but he has a relationship with all of them, right? And I know Pressa has relationships too, but he's winning right now, like it or not. Top five is winning. The man is winning, man. You could not like what he does, his music or what he's saying, but he's playing the game. And he got Drake with him. Like it or not, he got Drake with him. Right? Uh, but it's helping Pressa. Now, what does this do for Toronto? Are people going to try to copy, right? Like children? Are people going to try to do more like beefs? No, don't do that. It's not going to help us as a scene. Believe me, beefing for Toronto, and we still don't have no infrastructure. It's not going to help locally. So don't even try it. Top five could do it because he's viral. He's got a name. Um, Pressa could do it if he wants because he has a name. Drake, you already know he's been through it. But anybody else, if you don't have a name, it don't make no sense to beef unless you're just doing it for fun, like just for the shits, for fun. It does not make sense. You do any beefing. Don't copy these guys. They could do it. They're on a different level, right? Like I said, Top Five has connections with a lot of big streamers in America. Same with Drake. You already know. Don't even need to talk about Drake and Pressa. He got the connections. So this is a battle over Drake. This is a you don't see top Pressa really talking too much. It's more Top Five. So is this going to continue? Yes, it's going to continue. All the pages, six buzz, keep six solid from Toronto. Toronto rappers is going to say it, talk about it. All the podcasts from Toronto are going to talk about it like how maybe not how I'm talking about it, but they're going to be talking about it. And the Toronto algorithm will be around and is connected to the world because the last time Drake done a response on an Instagram page, it went viral. It went viral in America. Everybody was talking about him with the piss situation. Everybody was talking about it. The Shade Room was talking about the piss. Everybody was talking about it once a Toronto platform brought it up. People were talking about the piss situation that he got pissed on or the piss dropped on him or whatever. So now it continues with this beef. Now, it's never anything positive right now getting promoted from Toronto to the world like this. It would be good if it was more positive shit. The only thing positive out of this is for Pressa. Pressa's new album, Press Machine 2. This is promo. This is promo for the brother. This is helping him. Five is helping promote Pressa, like it or not, right? Now, who else is gonna start hating or beefing with Drake? I criticize Drake, yes, good amount. But who else is going to beef with Drake now? Is there any more people from Toronto? Or are we going to hear some more Americans trying to beef with Drake? Who? Who's going to beef with Drake now? That's what I want to know. Who's next? Is there going to be another Toronto rapper that doesn't, hit with anything? No reactions, really? Top five has to do some music. I suggest because you are known as a rapper before an influencer. You got a hit with a diss track. Two of them, if this is real. Hit with a diss track. Maybe to Pressa. Maybe you and Drake don't really have no beef. It's just a misunderstanding. But the promotion and what people think is that you have beef with Drake. They probably don't really have any beef. This is just a misunderstanding, and he has beef with Pressa. Guaranteed, these guys are going to be making up and shit like that. Guaranteed, 100%. These guys will be making up. This ain't no real beef. Top five and Drake. It's not no real beef. Probably just a misunderstanding. You know how this man goes off. It happened before, right? But he really don't like Pressa, and he probably never liked Pressa. You get what I'm saying? And what's making it even worse? Pressa has a new album that's getting attention from the entire city. People are giving Pressa flowers. People are showing Pressa love. So it's making some people mad, right? Because like it or not, Pressa has a new album out. Pressa has a new album out, Press Machine 2. I'm gonna listen to the shit. He's Top 5 claims there's a diss track on there. That's why he's mad that Drake posted it on his stories and shit like that. Claim there's a diss track on it, right? If there's a diss track on it, it's gonna be big. Top 5 is promoting Pressa. It's gonna be a big track, and Pressa's in America. See, Pressa's in LA promoting it. So Pressa's showing that he could go to LA. Can you, Top 5? I don't know. You cannot go. So that's what's going on, right? Pressa's doing subliminals, man. Him and his brother doing some subliminal shit, right? So I'll be pissed too if I was Top 5 and I can't go to America. Maybe he could go to America. I forgot. Maybe he could, but this is not the time to go to America. Trust me, this is not the time to really go to America. He probably can go to America right now, Top 5, because all this charges got dropped. He's a free man. He's free. People, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. He's a free man right now. So maybe that's why he's going off. He should be able to go to America, but Pressa's been doing that for a while. He got a connection in LA. He's good in LA. And maybe Drake's gonna meet him in LA. Because if Pressa could go to LA, for sure Drake could go to LA. Drake hasn't been in America in a while, performing anything, right? Iceman is coming out. Word is he's gonna do a stream soon. He's gonna do a new Iceman stream, right? Episode 4 or whatever going on. Wow. Top 5, cooking it up, stirring the pot, right? Pressa, hopefully Pressa is on the Iceman album, or maybe this is a way silently, a way to boycott Pressa off the Iceman album, a way to keep Pressa off the Iceman album, right? It's a good strategy. Make a beef with the guy who's also cool with Drake, who you don't like, and you're not on the Iceman album. So if you cook this up more, it kind of forces Drake to not put Pressa on the album because, conflicts, right? A conflict of interest or whatever you want to call it. This is cooking it up. So Drake say, yo, Pressa, yo, you know what? I don't want no more problems with 5. I'm just going to take you off the album, man. You understand. I can't have this, I can't have this negativity around me. So Pressa, I got to take you off the Iceman album, even though he was going to put him on the Iceman album. So this is a smart or intelligent strategy that Top 5 is putting out, right? He's putting out a good strategy so he could kind of, sabotage Pressa to be on Drake's album. Well, Pressa should be. Some Toronto person should be on this new album. It's been years and years and years. This should be an album with a good amount of Toronto features. If they were getting along, you would have Pressa Top 5 and certain other Toronto artists should be featured on this. It's time now. We should have at least 7. Kendrick done it with guys who are unknowns really in LA. And these guys are more known than those guys. You got Pressa, even Top 5. And there's others. They're more known than the guys who are on GNX. So, Drake, it's time to put Toronto really on. Kendrick done put on a whole bunch of people from his city on his big smash, historical selling album, right? He already done that. Now it's time for you to do that. He already done that. Boy, this is like a shit show. This is like a circus because Drake now is in between these guys. I think Press is just laughing though. Press is just laughing. You have to look on it. He don't like probably top five, but he's laughing, sitting back because all of this is giving him attention. Bad publicity? No, this is good publicity because there's no real diss track or nothing besides comments. It's just comments. It's just comments. Or maybe a little audio he went on. Top five needs a song, a reply, a diss song, because he's saying there's a diss song on the press machine too. Bundog already did come out with a diss. He already did. Bundog already dropped a diss. All right? So that's been viral for a long time. Now he's saying Pressa, well, Pressa did do a diss song too, but I don't know if it's this one he's putting out that's on this new album. We shall see. But yeah, people, please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. This beef is not going anywhere. It shall continue. It will continue, this beef. Right? Yep. Bless up. Bless up, old John Crow. This is going to continue. But what is it doing for the city, the big picture now? How are people looking on us? Because it's these guys who get the spotlight, eh? It's not the positive rappers from Toronto getting the spotlight. It's not anybody getting the spotlight who's like, oh, he's just a rapper. He has no beef. He has no controversial story, right? There's maybe one, and I'll say Saf 4 times, right? But people are looking at Toronto now, besides Drake, because he got Tory locked up, is, yo, this guy Five, he's going off. He was good with Drake, now he's not good with Drake. He was good with Pressa, now he's not good with Pressa. On and off relationship. When people see this, they say, oh, Toronto's corny. They're gonna say a whole bunch of stuff they'll be talking, right? And I know it ain't like that. It's not like that. Pressa and top five, they represent whatever, but there's so much more to the city. So much more artists. Bless up to Casper TNG. He came out with a hit song. No beef. Well, he had beef before, but it wasn't a beef song. He's been not quite, but out of that type of energy, right? And came out with a good song, The Market, right? I forgot the other brethren in the song, but the song sounds good, and he's doing music, and basically the top artist right now out from the city. Or you could say Pressa is with once this album gets more rotation, because like it or not, Pressa got the American cosign. He got the attention in America. You ain't beating that plus here. So I would say Casper TNG and Pressa right up there. Them two. Casper TNG and Pressa. Top five could get it, but where's the music, man? He wins online. He wins online on these platforms. He wins that shit, hands down. Right? He wins that. Drake will just do some. He don't care. He's a rich. He's just laughing too. This is like entertainment. They talk behind the scenes. All good. He'll say he'll continue this campaign against uh, Pressa, but it's helping Pressa, man. It's really helping Pressa. You know how some people do it? They'll wait for Pressa's album to just be released and wait for a while how good it does, and then reply how you reply, because it's kind of too quick. You don't right now. It's helping in a positive way, Pressa's album, because the energy of the beef is all over, all online. So it's helping Pressa, and it's helping Drake. Top five is helping both of them. Drake don't need no help, but it is kind of helping him in a way. Wonder what OVO got to say about this, right? See, top five said you could be his friend. You could be Pressa's friend, but there's a diss song on there. So why are you co-signing the album? Champagne Poppy Six God is in a tough spot, people. Tough spot. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. He's in a tough spot, Champagne Poppy. Mm-mm-mm. What will he do? But right now, it's going viral on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. You're going to see this guy's face. Top five, you're going to see his face, and his face. All three. And what does that result to? You're going to go listen to the music now. Don't deny it. Press has a new album out. And I'm promoting it too. Press Machine 2. So people now are gonna go check. If you didn't know who Pressa is, you're gonna check who he is. Find out he's from Toronto. Find out him and Top 5 had a relationship, and now they got beef. Right? And his brother has beef with him. His brother has a diss track. So now you're gonna go look up their history, and it's gonna help both. It's helping everybody, this thing, but it's really helping Pressa right now. Unless Top 5 drops a track like how Kendrick and Drake was going back and forth. Let's see this shit now. Since he has a diss track on there on his new album and the brother dropped a diss track too, where is your music? Because if there's no music, you're losing this for people like me who have sense about the culture. If there's no music, Top, you're losing this. No one just wants to hear about audio online or some comments. If you ain't coming with the music, you're losing it. That's why Drake didn't respond to the other rapper, right? He didn't bother to respond because if Drake responds to that guy, whoo, it's gonna make him blow up. Think of it. You're a local rapper. You're still trying to make a name for yourself. If Drake was to respond to that guy, that shows you that he likes that guy or he acknowledged him, and that would make that diss track even more bigger. He's not gonna do that. Look at what happened with Kendrick already. It kind of done that on a bigger scale. Kendrick has the most historic year what just passed. All these accolades and shit like that. So that doesn't work. Drake learned from that. So why would he do that for a local rapper who disses him? Because it was a diss track. He's not gonna do that. Think of it. Just think of it. Even if you wanted to do it for yourself, right? He's not gonna respond to that because it's gonna make you big. So the guy who you respond to in the comments, right? First, it should help him. It should have helped him. I don't know what he's a producer or whatever, but it should have really benefited him in some way if he's a person on social media. Drake respond to me? I'm the man Drake respond to? Guarantee people want to interview him. Waiting for that interview. People want to interview the guy that Drake respond to in the comments. That's who people want to see. So that's why what Top 5 is doing. Top 5 realized, yo, I'm kind of quiet right now. What could I do to get attention? What could I do to get myself back into the spotlight? Because he was beefing with what's his name again? 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine for a while, just last month. That didn't really pop off because Tekashi's chilling with Aiden Ross and he's chilling with all these streamers. So that didn't really take off. He's seen, oh damn shit, that didn't really work. So I gotta keep working. Beef gets the views. No positive shit. He already knows no positive shit's gonna do shit. Get the views. He tried giving out money and shit. So by him continuing, it getting more attention. Beefing with Tekashi didn't really work. It got attention. So he's seen that a comment or saying something about Drake will give you attention. Even the platforms who talk bad about Drake will give you attention, like jumped on the bandwagon and talk bad about Drake now will give you attention, right? We been, we were real from the beginning. I criticized Drake a lot. You could go watch videos and shit like that, but you can never deny what Drake brought to the city, brought to the industry. can never deny that. You could say ghostwriting, you could talk about all this other shit people want to bring up, but you can never deny that he is the biggest fucking music star in the world. Even if you don't like him, even if you're talking about ghostwriting, even if you're talking about this hip hop, this whole hip hop debate, he's the biggest star, music star in the world. Kendrick is not close to that. Drake, let me say it again. Drake is the biggest music star in the world with that attention close to like Michael Jackson. I'm straight up saying it. Like Michael Jackson, wherever he goes, people are like waiting out of his hotels and they're fucking waiting on him. Who did they do that for? Nobody. So if you're close to him, like top five, like a Pressa, that's big fucking attention. The biggest so-called rappers in the world in America can't even chill with Drake. The so-called ones who are under him. All them people in the industry can't even chill with Drake. But these two guys can. Look on that. Let me say it again. Some of the biggest entertainers in the world can't even chill with Drake or no relationship with Drake. But these two guys can. And they can chill with 50 too. That's where it gets you. Press is good with 50, and I guarantee top five is good with 50. I'm talking about 50 Cent. So what gets you with Drake is connections. A lot of these other rappers who turned their back on Drake, he was giving them hits and it transformed into connections. He was giving them hits and they turned on him when they thought some other guy got the better, fully better of them or whatever, beat him or whatever they want to call it. Rick Ross jumped on it, Kanye jumped on it, didn't work. Those two guys, remember, Rick Ross tried to, he dissed Drake. That shit didn't even go really viral. Kanye, the big star, tried to jump on it. That shit, no one took it serious. Two big guys. And then you have ASAP Rocky, and the list goes on. None of them done good. Cole or Drake? Cole or Drake? One of me. I like J. Cole. I'm gonna give it to Drake. You know why? I'm gonna give it to Drake, and people might be surprised because you asked. Let me take these off. A question. Dave Shiz Sharma, right? Cole or Drake? I'm gonna give you it. Drake. People are gonna say, "Well, you're crazy." Drake has ghost writers and shit. Drake's original. Well, he got influence from everything, but Drake is Drake. He's been like that from the beginning. But J. Cole wasn't always like that. I know people grow. I feel J. Cole, he studied the game, he's a lyricist, but he transformed from when he first came out, right? And I said this a long time ago. I feel J. Cole took some of his style from other underground rappers, what was doing the same shit what you see him doing now, but they did not take off. They didn't get big from what you see J. Cole doing. There was other rappers doing that conscious shit, lyrical shit, and and everything. J. Cole didn't start off like that. You get what I mean? I know people change and transform, but he didn't start off like that. I'm giving it to Drake, straight up. I'm gonna give it to Drake over J. Cole. I like J. Cole's style and shit, but I'm giving it to Drake. I ain't saying Drake got ghostwriters, but Cole is better lyricist. Yes, you know why people are gonna say Cole's a better lyricist? Because his content, what he's talking about. Cole is talking about life things. Not say Drake ain't talking about life stuff, but Drake is talking catering to the ladies too. So it's not fully one way. You can't say that about J. Cole. Not say he doesn't have no woman tunes, but J. Cole is catering to the culture, hip hop, and mostly men. Let's be straight up. So he's yes, he's a lyricist. So is Kendrick Lamar. So is a tons of other people. But I'm not just talking about the lyrics. I'm talking about the total package. I'm talking about the yes, the lyrics, but the look and the marketing and how all around the world takes you in. Quote talking more of that real shit. Yeah, he's talking it, but when he first came out, he wasn't doing that. I remember for a long while, for a good period of time, J. Cole wasn't on that shit. he transformed into that shit. You get what I mean? Remember, he was on Rockefeller with Jay-Z and Kanye. So Kanye was the one blasting off first. So he looked on the examples, right, of what's out there. Remember that. People keep forgetting they were both on the same label, Kanye and J. Cole. J. Cole's thing, he had to be different. He wanted to be different. Then you see, he grew the dreadlocks after and shit like that, started looking more like a hippie and shit. When he first came out, he was with that C's and he was good with Drake and he was doing more of them girl tunes, the club tunes and shit. My opinion, J. Cole is a good lyricist, but the total package for the balance to woman and man, the clubs, and like just marketing, period, right? I'm gonna pick Drake. Drake, he could be lyrical too, but of course, J. Cole as a just a MC. If we're just gonna say MC, yes. If we're just gonna just say hip hop, if we're saying hip hop, let's just keep it hip hop. Yes, J. Cole 100% better for the hip hop entertainer. Yep. For the hip hop, I would say J. Cole. But as a whole, all around artist, no, Drake. And like I said, J. Cole, I've seen his transformation, and I believe he got a lot of his influences from a lot of New York rappers, and he transformed into something different. J. Cole had the beef too, man. I don't know if he still has a beef with Drake, but this is what people are working with right now. They're using the formula, continuing it from Kendrick Lamar to beef with Drake. And top five has gone in that algorithm. And I think he's been in that before, right? Much respect, man. Yeah, I could explain anything you want, man, when it comes to this stuff. Um, Drake, like I said, people accuse him of being a ghostwriter, but he's a pop star, so he's very busy all the time. He's done a lot of songs. He comes from a city where you have to have skills. It's just changed in the last 10 years recently, the music game, especially in Toronto. Toronto's the place where they call the Screwface capital, where you had to be a lyricist to come out of this city. And Drake came out at a time where you still had to be. Now you don't, because you got top five now, and you got all these other guys who just put words together, and they're not really hip hop, right? They're not really hip hop. So Drake came from a period where you had to be a lyricist. So that's why people did not accept Drake in the beginning, because there was a lot of guys out at the time Drake was out. When Drake first was coming out of Toronto, that's when a hardcore hip hop was still around, right? And Drake wasn't from any of those hoods. What's your top five all times like pure hip hop? Top five? I'm gonna be straight up. And people will say, "Oh, that's hard because I got to break down the different eras." My top five. This is going back because I have two older brothers, and I was a little kid listening to hip hop tough from a long time. Rakim, Keras One, 100%. I'm gonna say it again. Rakim and Keras One, right? For sure, I'm putting Tupac in there because he was a total package. That's three. And who else? Snoop. I'm gonna put Snoop in there because his impact, right? Snoop for the West Coast. And the last one, who I would say, I was gonna say somebody who everybody always talks about, but I'm talking about stage presence and how they sound. DMX. That's a new one, right? So Rakim, Keras One, Tupac, and what did I say? I said DMX, and I know I said one more. If I'm forgetting. I like a lot of hip hop, man. Like sonically, DMX, because he sounds exactly like his records. DMX sonically, he sounds like his records. Uh, 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 Tupac, same thing. He sounds like his records. A lot of the artists, when I mention, is because they sound like the records, right? Keras One, same thing. Rakim, same thing, right? I could say Jay-Z's good. Never heard him live. He's a good one. Biggie's good. He's probably sonically good too. There's just so much. But when I have my lineup, it's a tough lyrical lineup. If I was to go to like 20, right? Bless up, Big Chill. If I was to go to Nas, how could I forget Nas? That's who I was thinking. I cannot leave Nas out. He would be my fifth, or like not in any order, but you get what I mean. Nas, yeah, Nas for fact. Nas, Tupac, Rakim, Keras One, DMX. That's mine for sure. Nas. And if I was to go further, I'm gonna pick Mob Deep, right? And Guru for sure. Guru for sure. Guru, Gangstar, and them. Boot. Let's say a couple names. Boot Camp Click with all of them. Boot Camp Click. Um, man, I know a lot of hip hop. I could keep going, man. And for the West Coast of Alcoholics, Black Star, Dead Prez for sure. Black Star, I'll be honest, I didn't like the group. I just like them individually as artists. You get what I mean? Individually as artists. Uh, Dead Prez is one of my favorite groups. Mob Deep, Outkast. Um, there's a lot. I have a bible of artists, even to the ones in the South too. And for the South, and people will be surprised what I'm gonna say. Besides the Outcasts, the new guys would have to be the Migos, because I listened to those guys before they were commercial and shit. Those guys could spit on a fucking track. My opinion, Nas and Rakim are literally the most influential. Yeah, Nas and Rakim made a lot of the East Coast change how to rap, right? Yeah, I like Common too. It's just I don't like sometimes the production for certain people, like the beats. I don't like. I like hard driving beats. You get what I mean? And sometimes mellow beats too. Common, I like Common back in the days. Dirty Mob, they're from the South. Yeah, mine was for the new guys. I would say the Migos, the Migos. When there's all three of them for the new guys and shit. People are calling them mumble, but no, no. I listened to their mixtapes in the early days. Those guys could spit. They could spit. They go off one another and shit. But back to this whole Drake shit. Everybody's gonna. I guarantee more people are gonna start with Drake because look, if this guy could do it, like even though we know he's gone viral, top five, everybody's gonna say, "Yo, let me try two other guys." Yeah, Lupe Fiasco is good too, right? E40, man, I know all the. Trust me, because when you ask me a question, it's not just me; it's my brother too. Me and my brother talk hip hop all the time, and he's older, so I have a bible of that shit. Top five set, sad. Yo, man, no, he's doing a game. He's doing a game, but it's helping Pressa. What I was explaining is him doing this stuff, going viral, making the American platform see beefing going on in the six, right? It's only helping them. It's not really helping the city. It's making us look like it's making the city look foolish, but it's helping Pressa. Pressa has a new album out, Press Machine 2. Like it or not, top five's giving Pressa attention. And then if Drake, because Drake gave Pressa attention, that's what it is. This is how it all started. If Drake didn't put nothing out on whatever Pressa's story or whatever comment, none of this noise you would see. But this is helping Pressa. That's what I said. He needs to make some music. I've been saying that over and over. Make some music instead of all this talking shit. You get what I mean? Make some music, man. No, you done enough of this online shit. Who's the best dancehall performing artist? Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one, yo. That will make people fight. I honestly, there's so much. There's so much of them. Buju is one of them. Buju Banton is one of them. Super Cat is one of them. Uh, man, that's a big conversation itself. She's from. I said it was gonna flop because I looked on his movements and how things are going. I said it's gonna flop, and people said, "Oh, Drake will always get numbers." Yes, it's gonna get numbers, but it's not gonna do the same like he always done because of what's going on with this whole streaming politics and what's going on with like the platforms right now. That's why Drake is smart. But Drake is smart though. Drake is doing streaming. He's doing this Iceman series. This is my advice. If Drake drops the album first on YouTube and not all digital platforms, that you only could hear the album on YouTube, then he'll make me wrong. Elephant, yeah, Elephant Man could be one. Yeah, yeah. But Drake has to Bounty Killer? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I say it's so much, but it's still a debate. That's another episode. But like I'm saying, um, Drake, his new album has to really, really pop off, and I think the features will help him. That's what's gonna help him. You gotta have some features, even though he says he ain't featuring him with a lot of these guys anymore. He's saying he ain't featuring with a lot of these guys anymore in the industry. So, will he do a Kendrick? Kendrick put all these LA guys. Remember, he put a lot of these Los Angeles guys on who I never heard before. Will Drake do the same? Will he put like 7 Toronto guys on there? I don't know. Will I think you should put top 5 on there, yo, and put Pressa on there. Or if you want to bring peace, do the same thing what he done before. Say, yo, you guys want to be on my album? You got to squash this. If you guys still have this beef, I'm not putting none of you guys ever on any projects. That's how you could squash this whole shit. Quality over quantity for the time of peace. Yeah, that's what's going on. It's a lot of, we're in the quantity age. We're in the quantity age right now. It's more the quantity, it's not the quality. And especially with Toronto music or hip hop, that's what's going on. It's more quantity, it's not quality anymore. Because there's a lot of shit what's been sounding the same for the last 7 years. And if you all sound the same, that means you all just rushing your music. Because I wouldn't want to sound the same like the next man. Who wants to sound the same, right? Who's the best Canadian rapper after Drake? Right now, commercially, still Tory. Tory Lanez. Hands down. He was neck and neck with Drake at one point. Tory Lanez. So that is an easy question, unless you want to say who's the third. It would be Tory Lanez, hands down, right next to Drake, man. Who else? You can't name nobody. I'm not talking about old either. Right now, Tory Lanez still there. Tory Lanez has a new album out, and he's behind bars. So it'd be Tory Lanez, and number 3 for Canadian rapper known, and I'm saying in America too, it has to be Pressa. It's Pressa. I'm going by like the attention. Number 3 is Pressa, man. That's why Drake had to co-sign his album. Number 3 is Pressa, and Pressa's out, not locked up in jail. So really, he's the number 2, right? What is the Canadian sound? The Canadian sound is all types of sound. It's a fusion of sounds. The Canadian sound will be a fusion of West Indian reggae music, especially that influence, kind of like New York, with R&B music, reggae, R&B, and hip hop, right? And now it's more like a drill theme, drilly type of theme. We had that New York vibe most of the time, though. Merc got more numbers than Pressa. Yeah, I could have more numbers. Yeah, but no respect to Merc. He could have more numbers. There's some unknowns who have more numbers too, but Merck's not getting no attention. And I said it before, in Canada, maybe overseas, right? But Mercules ain't getting no respect what he deserves in Canada from any platform. People know who he is, but he's not getting that. But right now, Pressa, he has numbers too, and he's getting the respect in the Toronto atmosphere, and he's getting attention in America. So, but the rookie of the year right now would be Sav 4 times, because Sav's been on No Jumper, and Sav is known all through Canada in the hip hop realm. To the USA, West Coast connected to the USA more. West Coast? What are you saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. The West is more connected to the America more when it comes to local artists. they could get into certain things. Is Pressa better than who? Than Stormzy? I don't know about that. When people are saying better lyrically, maybe Stormzy is better lyrically than Pressa, but is he getting better marketing? Is he better known? No, because right now Pressa, like I said, was famous with Color Ray, that girl, right? He was in LA, chilling for like at least a year or two. Um, this guy's he knows 50, talks to 50 when 50 comes down here. 50 know who he is. Like I'm saying, socially, no, those none of those rappers are better than Pressa. Maybe lyrically, but not better. It's the best album of 2025, I believe. What me and DJ Premier. Oh, one of the best albums, hip hop albums, is probably What's Not Promoted. Right? Right now, that Mob Deep album is one. What else is there? What there's a couple other, and they're more old school rappers who came out with some albums. Like I believe Ghostface came out with a album Supreme Clientele 2. That's a good one too. That's a banger. It's not getting no respect that it deserves. But that one, and I would say the Mob Deep. I really listened to the Mob Deep. I haven't heard hip hop like that in a while, and still relevant. So for 2025 hip hop album, and I'm not talking about these commercial, like too much commercial. Just say hip hop, right? Mob Deep's album, right? But if you're talking Canadian or someone outside of America, Pressa's last album, right? What he came out with, right? In prison, yeah. I listened to that album up and down. That album, yeah. That Tory Lanez album, Big L's album. You know, honestly, I haven't listened to Big L's album. I should have been listening to his album. You know why? I listen to so much hip hop. I should be listening to Big L's album. It's some old lyrics though from back in the day. It's still right. I'm gonna check out that album. You just remind me. My brother listened to it though. My brother took a listen to the Big L album and stuff. But for Toronto, these guys beefing is giving views to everybody. It's giving views to the content makers. I even seen What's the Dirt talk about this, right? Because it's Drake's involved. So even What's the Dirt talking about this. He's right now to me, he's the biggest streamer what's doing urban music because he is streaming every time now. Biggest streamer in Canada is What's the Dirt, right? I'm gonna give it to him for this last year. He just came from behind everybody, even though a lot of people wasn't streaming before. Like we're one of the first platforms, if not for the hip hop related with hip hop doing live streaming in all of Canada. Everybody was doing pre-recording. I remember no one was doing what on these lives. They weren't doing no lives. We were always a live show. I'm putting that out there. But what's it called? What's the Dirt is the biggest online urban streamer that covers hip hop right now. Respect to him. He's yeah, Presses on that Central C type of level. He's good in UK. All those guys do good in the UK. They're doing good. A lot of Toronto rappers need to try to go to the UK. If you can't go to America, make a trip to the UK because Pressa and all them quietly been going to the UK. A lot of people blew up from the UK. Even Takashi 69 said that's how he blew up. It was the UK. UK is very connected with Canada. Our money's basically the same. Oh, I think I don't know about that, but where you could easily go to the UK. So if you're an artist like Pressa, go to the UK. Top five, he went there. I don't think he is gonna go there back again after what happened to him with his neck getting cut and shit. So I doubt he'll go back to the UK, but the UK has always been good to a lot of artists, especially from Toronto, right? So this whole beefing shit, people trying to beef with Drake, get that algorithm, it does work. It does work. But I think it's all of a show. And top five is cool with Drake, really. It's probably gonna be said that it's a misunderstanding and he just has beef with Pressa, right? Pressa has a new album out right now called The Press Machine 2, and it's gonna be going good. Fall off gonna come. When the fall off, I don't know when J. Cole's gonna come out with stuff. Right now is a scary time for artists in the music industry. Very scary. People are wondering how to come out with their music if they're gonna go the traditional way right now with the all streaming platforms. I don't know. People should have their own sites by now. If you're an established artist, where people could get your music directly from you now. If you've been in the industry over 20 years or close to that, you could create a platform where you don't need Spotify and all these platforms to benefit from you unless they're connected to your record label, right? So, people, please subscribe, like, and comment, all that good stuff. It's your host, Sean Myrie, the D2E. I'm out.